Okay, so it is Saturday and it is a nice day outside, and I've got some time to do some work on the car, so here we go. So I lost my light. Not cool. You can really tell here, but I've gotten the piece out around the transmission cross member, and I've got it down the metal around the edges here and back there. So now I'm just going to cutting this down a little bit. I've made some marks on it. It's just too much metal, and you really should go all the way down across like this, make it flat across. But I'm going to cut it a little bit at a time, and we'll see how it goes. So cut this down a little bit. We'll try to refit it again, and then drill some holes and start tacking it in hopefully today. And I just crawled underneath it, so you can see where I trimmed it there. It's fitting a little bit better now. It's able to come forward and match up the lines better. This is still a lot of metal, and I need to fit flush, to the cross brace and the trans cross member. So if I push down the pan, it slips over the edge here, and what I need to do is clean all that off and get the metal out of there from the old pan that I cut, grind it down smooth. Then I can tack weld it along the edges, along the lip here, and then once I tack weld it, I'll be able to put some pressure, stand on it, really get the cross member and everything tacked down. Alright, so I got the pan flipped upside down, and you can see where I've kind of did a rough trace. You can see obviously right here is where the cross brace and cross member is there, and you can see all the extra material I have over here. So obviously don't want to cut on the line, that would be way too much material because my drawing, the tracing is not exact. So what I am going to do though is to probably trim this down. We'll stay about a good inch. Okay, so I'm happy with the fitment here. It's got plenty of room now. It's not binding anywhere. So I've got metal down on the sides. The corners, all the spot welds have been removed. So it's time to clean up, drill holes all the way around the pan. Okay, so I've gotten the metal on the edges on both sides ground down, and this is my chalk line where the cross member sits. So I'm starting to drill holes all the way through it, and then we'll enlarge the holes with another bit so we can start welding it down. So I've got to make holes all the way around the metal and down the center where the cross members are, and then we can lay it in and start tacking some welds. Okay, so got the holes enlarged, and I got the welds, or the metal barrel on both sides. So I'm going to spray some weld through primer on the pan and some of the inside along the all the bare metal, especially down in here. And then we'll start getting the tack welding.
My life is so consuming. Right now, you set up our soul. You climb and play it around.
Now you're bitter, cause the truth is pain is sicker when you use this pain with me is insanity.
This is why I am not alright.
Okay, so the welder's running. Got everything primed with weld through primer, and I've got my welder set and gas on. So I'm ready to lay the pan in, get a couple welds in just to get pan set. So we can start really pushing it down, get some of the major key points tack welded in, make sure it all looks good, and then we'll start burning it through. Sounds like I don't have any gas. Yep. Gas got shut off. That'll make a big difference.
So greed and filth can thrive. Your neighbors are no strangers in a place ridden with greed. Cause all this world wants from you is to watch you fucking bleed. The catalyst is close to home. Is it really hard to see that those who build our shackles are the same that say we're free, and those who will speak freely so often wind up dead? Open your eyes and see the guns pointed at your head. The truth is on the wall. Yes, this they can't deny. Yet now the people call. Yet still the system thrives. And soon we'll all have freedom as they begin to see that you can't hold the wings of a country that believes they're free. Cause we're all living a lie when nobody knows.
Okay, so it's welded in, and it's sturdy as can be. So it's nice and solid. Alright, so it's welded in, and it's taken a good part of the afternoon here. It's 3 or 4 o'clock. I think I've been out here since 10:30, 11, so kind of been going at it. One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put some seam sealer all along the edges, and then probably go back and 415 all the corners and underside, because I still have to put the subframe connectors in. guess what I forgot to do? So, not a big deal. I'll have to flip it upside down, and I mean, there's weld it from the bottom. Not a huge deal, but it's one of those things. It's a hell lot easier to do when the pan's off, and you can just flip it upside down and weld it. But I can't do that now, so not a big deal. I'll spot weld it from the top probably, and then go underneath it when I'm doing the subframe connectors and everything. Get it all in. But it's satisfying to see the floor done. I'm gonna check out the underside here. And just so you know, the door does still shut, and the gap is fine. So the car didn't lose structure, integrity, or whatever. So let's take a look at the bottom here. Oh yeah. Look at that, solid floorboard. No more rust. So you see the jack there. I use the jack kind of all along different areas to push up the metal. You know, I put it along here, push the metal up against the floor. That way I can hammer it, since I don't have a helper. Hammer it against where the jack is sitting, and give me something kind of good to adhere the surface to. Now, this is still an issue. I need to cut this out, and what I'm going to end up doing is taking some angle iron or cutting a chunk of steel and getting it really solid on the lines here of the torque box, bending it over and just welding it to the floor here. I know it's not pretty, but it's better than just cutting metal square patches along the whole floor. So there we go.